Hello, today I show the dashboard how it looks. It is even tucked upside down, but we can see on the wire diagram what I made. These wires can be traced down where they go. Normally that's oil pressure switch, the alternator field, the indicator lights, the illumination lights, bulbs, even though some of them are missing here, they go in these ports. Here we can see the Epsilon, I believe 700 voltage regulator. Opel have opposite pins regulation. The right side is the positive, the middle is the ground side, and the ground side has a resistor. I believe this is 10 ohm resistor. And here on the left side is the output for the gauge. I believe that's the fuel gauge. Yes, that's the fuel gauge, and the fuel gauge shares as well connection with the temperature gauge, and it goes out to ground. I believe, yes, I believe. Then they go to corresponding sensors, temperature sensor, fuel gauge sensor, then output. And yeah, terrible circuit. Here does not have, there need to be a diode here, because those cars have terrible backcharge problems, and I believe this partially controls as well the voltage regulator, the alternator field. The field does not have diode as well. That's backcharge problems. That's not good. So here is the wire harness what I made. It's not the best, I know. I'm not a professional electrician, but they oddly did bypass this diode. Here it is. The diode is easily bypassed. Here we can see the bulbs positions. First is the headlights. I believe those are long lights. 2 is the oil light. 3 is the blinker light. Left or right side, it is wound in series with the blinker circuit. Dash illumination 4. 5 is illumination temperature gauge. 5, here it is, illumination temperature gauge. Handbrake light, pin 6. Yes, it is. Handbrake light. Pin 7, warning light, battery light. Battery light is also the field wire for the alternator from dashboard to, it goes from that bulb, it goes to the field wire on the alternator. This is terrible. There need to be put in that circuit 10 amp fuse. It needs to have diode. I normally use push button fuse, 10 amp fuse, and a 10 amp diode to the field wire to the alternator, so the car easier starts in winter. After starting car, then you push the button to excite the alternator. And please put, if possible, diode on this thing here to prevent any damage. I don't know, if possibly backcharge problems. Opel cars have terrible backcharge problems, coolant electrolysis, double relay effects, and normally the car it can happen that the car self-accelerates or won't shut off with the key off, so they're running on. They have terrible pre-ignition and cold dieseling effects. That's because there are no diodes, and possibly gas changes in the crankcase and whatnot. So this entire circuit must be replaced. Temperature gauge, fuel gauge must be separately made, protected well. There need to be diode as well on the alternator field. Also put their diode, then return this stuff back, then you're safe. Here it is how it looks. Terrible dashboard, really terrible. I removed that thing, I don't need it. I will use something else, but so you know, this is a problem. This is a giant problem. This needs to be fixed. So I hope you like my videos. Thank you for watching.